What's going on, y'all? In the lab working. Trying to be motivated, trying to be positive. You see, usually when I come on here, I want to be positive. I want to be uplifting. I don't want to be negative, but today it was a huge dark cloud above my hometown, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, as y'all know, as y'all see on the news and on the internet, it was a mass shooting that left 17 wounded, 3 dead. 2 out of 3 were innocent kids. The other one was the mass shooter. You see, now certain topics like this, you have to be careful on how you word things because you don't want to offend nobody when you're being brutally honest. But when it's all said and done, though, with that being said, let me get straight to it. Those innocent babies did not have a chance to fight for their life. Those innocent babies did not have a chance to protect themselves, to get ready. Now you left families, victims, forever wounded, and 2 dead. And for what? Now, I'm not finna act like I know that last shooter, because I don't. I never met her in my life. You know, she's a transgender. Go by the name of Robin. Listen up, Robin. If you got problems going on in your head, you could have just left those babies out of it. Those babies had nothing to do with what you had going on in your head and your thoughts. Everybody, and I mean everybody, every working class person is living from check to check. Ain't no such thing as saving nowadays. Most of our money go towards our bills, groceries, you know, our car. There's no such thing as saving. Everybody has problems. Not to say money is, everybody has problems. I have problems. You know, I've been through stuff. I've been through trauma. I've been through traumatic experience. You don't see me taking my anger out on anybody else that has nothing to do with it. You know what I do? Come up with a solution. Working on my YouTube channel, being around positive people, working out, controlling my mind and my thoughts. I don't put my frustration, I don't put my past trauma onto somebody else. When it's all said and done, if you want to take your own life, that could have been between you and your maker, or whoever you believe in, or whoever you choose to believe in. That's between you and your beliefs. That has nothing to do with innocent victims. We ain't gonna pull the race card. We ain't gonna pull, single out certain individuals, because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to jump from topic to topic, but just because this person was transgender, that don't mean we have to target all transgenders. All transgenders did not make this, not this mistake, but a decision, a permanent decision. That has nothing to do with that community. This is one individual that represents themselves, not a whole community. So let's not be irresponsible and single out the community that this person was a part of. That has nothing to do with them at all. Leave them separate. When it's all said and done, when you walk outside those doors, you are representing you and only you. You chose to make that decision. Those babies, those innocent victims had nothing to do with your permanent decision. Like I said, if you want to take your own life, that's between you. Do it to yourself. But those innocent babies that's getting ready to go to school, getting ready to make new friends, have recess. Now, those victims that were seriously wounded, what if they don't want to go back to school? What if they want to do homeschool because they're afraid of this happening again? This is where PTSD come into play. You know what I'm saying? And now those families that lost those 2 babies, now they're permanently scarred now. Now they got to start the school year off, how to plan a funeral. Who would think to themselves, this might be my last day, my babies might come home? Like, don't no parent need to live like that, but this is the reality that's going on in America. And instead of blaming a political party, we need to come with solutions. Because criminals are not the ones that are doing mass shootings. It's people that have mental illness that's going on. And not to put a green light on mental illness, because, we all got stuff going on in our life. But most of the time, people that be doing these mass shootings, they don't have no criminal backgrounds. We need to quit looking at criminals that have criminal backgrounds as the problem. It is these people, man, that have seriously mentally illness going on that's doing these mass shootings. We need to come up with a solution instead of pointing the finger. Because at the end of the day, those families got to live with the reality every day that those babies were wounded. Some didn't even make it. Each and every kid in America does not need to live in fear of going to school. What they need to do is focus on learning, making new friends, worry about being on time to get ready for the real world. They don't need to go to school worrying about getting shot. But that's the reality in America, man. It needs to be solution instead of pointing the finger. Pointing the finger is not gonna it's not gonna help anything. I just came up here just to, give my personal opinion about the mass shooting, but when it's all said and done, there's a huge dark cloud in Minneapolis, and this is not the first traumatic experience that we've dealt with. It's like how much more? How much more until somebody come with a good solution instead of pointing the finger at people? Because when it's all said and done, people should not be living in fear, man. There's already too much going on outside in the world, man. Babies are innocent. Kids are innocent. And this goes out to anybody else that's thinking about do it to yourself. Not to encourage you to do that, but when it's all said and done, leave innocent people out of it, man. Especially babies, innocent babies. Kids are innocent beings that deserve to have fun. Kids don't need to be exposed to real life things so early on. They need to just be a kid, stay in the kid's place. But now kids are picking up on stuff way earlier on than what they need to be. They need to be worried about being a kid. That's it. They don't need to be worried about what's going on outside. They're going to figure it out how we figure it out, But taking innocent kids' life, that's a coward. A coward's way out. It don't matter if you're transgender, straight, black, white, it doesn't matter. If you do a cowardly act like that and you take your own life instead of facing the consequence of your actions that you chose to do it, you are a coward in my book. I'm not trying to offend the alleged gun person's family or whatever, but this is the reality. That person is a coward for not being able to handle what's coming that person's way in the hands of the law. When you make a decision like that, and no, there's not a mistake, it's a decision. This person upload videos, showing off bullets, showing off guns, showing off, cryptic message, talk about they want to kill themselves and just hate. When it's all said and done, nobody told you to do that. You did that yourself. You made your own mind up. So now, it don't matter if you got away with it in this lifetime, but the next life, that karma's going to forever follow you. And you deserve every bad karma that you get. For the victims, my heart goes out to y'all. I know this video, it might not reach y'all, but I just want to just let y'all know, man, the whole city feel y'all, the whole state feel y'all, the whole country feels y'all. To the victims that did not make it, I'm sorry that you couldn't even finish the school year out. Making new friends, having sleepovers with your friends, playing video games, just being a kid. That got cut short because this coward did what that coward did to the world, to America, to Minneapolis. What is the solution? This can't just continue on, man. Parents should go to work knowing that their kids is safe at school. Every single parent that I talk to, they are afraid to allow their kid to go to school because stuff like this. When I was going to school, yeah, we had like threats or whatever, but it never came to fruition. Now the possibilities at an all-time high. Parents, their anxiety is up already. Having to, pay bills, worry about paying bills and worry about maintaining the car. Y'all just adding to their anxiety by not coming up with a solution to prevent this stuff from happening. But until we come up with a solution as a nation, it's going to continue to happen, man. It needs to be strict gun laws. Gun owners, when you hear strict gun laws, that don't mean take your gun away. It means to prevent people that's going through mental illness, that has a history of taking medication, that has a history of suicidal thoughts. They should not be getting hands on the guns. But when people are focused on criminal backgrounds, DUI, DWI, probation or whatever, fleeing on foot, they focus so much on that, but not this. And not to disclude that. People that have criminal backgrounds, yes, they should not be getting their hands on guns. But what about people that don't have criminal history, but they have history of taking medicine, being suicidal, having thoughts about killing themselves? What about that, though? What about that? What about people that have hate in their heart? Of course, you can't tell, but it needs to be some kind of like assessment. It need to be some kind of assessment because this is not right. This is not right. We're talking about innocent kids, man. Innocent kids. I don't want to ramble on, man, but I just really hope that we come up with a solution, man, because this should not be happening, man. This is the beginning of the school year. The beginning of the school year. The school year didn't even start yet, man. Like, if anybody want to do that to themselves, man, take that up with yourself. Leave innocent people out of it, man. They have nothing to do with it, man. They had no idea that was going to happen. They couldn't even prepare for that. They have thoughts of like, just excitement, get ready for school. They had their school clothes ready out, They couldn't wait to hang out with their friends, go to lunch, recess. Now their life is permanently shattered. It don't matter how old they get, they're gonna always remember this day. And it needs to be a solution, man. But to the coward that did what a coward's supposed to do, you are forever will be a coward. In this lifetime, in the next lifetime. You are a coward because you took your anger out on somebody that has nothing to do with it, and then you took your own life. Instead of being a grown person and handle your responsibilities. You know what? I did this cowardly act. Now I'm willing to face the consequence. But instead, you took the easy way out. But it don't matter if you did that because you know why? In the next life, you will get dealt with permanently. You will get dealt with. I got problems too. You don't see me lashing out on everybody else. Of course, people have their own problems, but there's always a solution to your problem. There's always a solution. But if you feel like there is no solution, then that's between you and your maker, not innocent people. But, I don't want to ramble on. I said what I had to say. Peace and love. Pray for Minneapolis. Pray for the world. Pray for innocent children.